Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about red cell indices. It is a very important topic clinically which will help us to classify anemia and to diagnose which type of anemia. Okay, so we are going to discuss basically three important topics. One is MCV, another one is MCH, another one is MCHC. In this today's topic, we will tell the full form and what exactly it is in detail today. So just to give you background, you might have seen a CBC report anytime for blood investigation. One of the commonest investigation sent is CBC, that is the complete blood count. So in that there is a RBC count, WBC count and hemoglobin and other parameters too. Out of that we are going to discuss these three important topics: MCV, MCH and MCHC, what exactly it is and how does it will help to classify the anemia and to diagnose which type of anemia. Okay, you might be knowing what is anemia. So anemia is basically decrease in the hemoglobin content in RBC less than normal, or even the reduced total red blood cell count. Okay, so with the help of this extra parameters known as red blood cell indices or the red cell indices related to red blood cell, okay, we are going to diagnose which type of anemia. So in subjects like physiology, pathology, general medicine, this topic can be asked in the theory exams for MBBS students. So we'll discuss one by one, but to know about this MCV, MCH, MCHC, we are supposed to know some basic things. So let us discuss some basic things, then we'll continue about that things. So we should know about PCV, packed cell volume, we'll discuss now. Also normal RBC count, that is in a given volume how many RBCs are there. Okay, so it is around 5 million RBCs per cubic millimeter of the blood, that is the normal red blood cell count on an average, I'm telling. Okay, it's not the absolute value, however there is a range. Then normal hemoglobin level, okay, again I am telling an average value, roughly 15 gram per deciliter of the blood. Okay, now what is this PCV or the packed cell volume? To understand this, let us first understand the procedure. So if we take out the blood and we keep in a test tube, okay, a hematocrit tube or a Wintrop's tube, and allow it to settle for 30 minutes, and most importantly it should be anticoagulated blood, that is the blood should not coagulate. So we add some anticoagulants like oxalate or EDTA, something like that. So anticoagulated blood in a test tube, if we allow to stand for 30 minutes or simply centrifuge it at a speed of 3000 RPM, and we see after 30 minutes, then what we will see in the test tube is the solid portion, that is the cells will settle down, and the liquid part, that is the plasma, will be above the cellular components. So normally the cellular component constitute around 45% of the total volume. Okay, 45% of the total volume of this blood in the test tube. That 45% of the cellular component, it is simply known as packed cell volume. It is also known as hematocrit. So packed cell volume or hematocrit, both are same, hematocrit. So it is nothing but total cellular components. Now cellular components of the blood are RBCs, WBCs and platelets, right? So majority of the cells are RBCs, they are in millions, whereas WBCs and platelets, they constitute very small amount that form a less than 1%, a small buffy coat known as buffy coat in between this cellular erythrocytes and plasma, it is the liquid part. Okay, so majority of the packed cell volume, or literally packed cell volume, is formed by RBCs or red blood cells, erythrocytes. Okay, hope you know now, you know what is PCV, that is packed cell volume is 45%. Now with these three common normal values, we are going to derive that red cell indices, what we are going to discuss today one by one. So first and the foremost, we'll discuss about MCV. The full form of MCV is mean corpuscular volume. Okay, MCV is mean corpuscular volume. What is this MCV? So in simple words, MCV is simply the average volume of a single RBC. Okay, if you take a single RBC, red blood cell, okay, if you take a single RBC, you know the diameter, average diameter is around 7.5 micrometer and all, thickness and all, you see. So if you want to know the single RBC volume, okay, or average volume of a single RBC, it is known as mean corpuscular volume or mean cell volume. So how to detect this? There is a formula for that. So the formula for that is packed cell volume. Okay, packed cell volume, that is PCV, divided by RBC count per cubic millimeter of blood into 10. If you just substitute the normal values, roughly PCV is around 45% and RBC count around 5 million cells, and multiply by 10 here, what you will get, the normal value is around 90 femtoliters. Okay, this 90 femtoliters or cubic micrometer. Okay, so but it is expressed as femtoliter. Femto means 10 raised to minus 15 liters. Okay, so 90 into 10 raised to minus 15 liter, that is 90 femtoliter. So MCV is an average volume of a single RBC and the normal value is around 90 femtoliters. However, there is a range between 80 to 100 femtoliters. So what is the clinical significance? So if the MCV in the investigation it is less than 80, it means the size or the volume of RBC is less. That means it is called as microcytic. Okay, suppose this is a RBC with normal value of 90 femtoliters. Okay, suppose there is a one more RBC and the volume here is, that is MCV, is around 70 femtoliter, then it is called as microcyte or microcytic anemia. Okay, then on the other hand, if the size of the RBC or the volume of the RBC is greater than 100, say 115 femtoliters, then it is called as macrocyte. So with the help of this simple indice, that is MCV, we will be able to make out what is the size of the RBC or the volume of the RBC in the blood. Okay, so with that we can differentiate which type of anemia. For example, in iron deficiency anemia, it is microcytic hypochromic anemia. In vitamin B12 or folic acid deficiency, there is megaloblastic anemia, or the cell size will be more. Okay, that is known as macrocytic anemia. So we'll discuss about that things later. Right now, remember, MCV is just an average volume of a single RBC. It can be computed by PCV divided by RBC count, that is packed cell volume divided by total number of RBCs. Okay, packed cell volume, in that total packed cell volume, how many RBCs are there, multiply by 10. Okay, then you will get this 90 femtoliter. Remember the unit, 90 femtoliters. Then the second important term we are supposed to know is MCH. The full form of MCH is mean corpuscular hemoglobin. Mean corpuscular hemoglobin, that is MCH. Now, what do you mean by MCH? So, in a single RBC, I'll just show a cut section of a RBC here. So, you know, the RBC is, if you see from this side, it is a dumbbell shaped structure. Okay, dumbbell shaped structure. So, just I'm showing a cut section of a RBC. So in that hemoglobin is present, right? Some amount of the hemoglobin is present. So now we know the volume of a single RBC. This is of course a RBC that to cut section. So if we see in that hemoglobin is present, so average weight or mass of the hemoglobin present in a single RBC, it is known as mean corpuscular volume. How much weight a hemoglobin is present in a single RBC. Okay, so MCH, the formula to calculate the MCH is hemoglobin grams in grams per liter divided by RBC count per liter. That means if we take 1 liter of the blood, in that 1 liter, how much is the hemoglobin weight in grams and how much is the RBC count? Okay, how many RBCs are there? Simply, if we do that, the whatever value we get, that value it is known as mean corpuscular hemoglobin. That is average weight in a given volume of the RBC. If we consider one RBC, then how much is the weight in present in that given volume of a RBC, given number of RBCs. So generally we don't take hemoglobin, we don't count per liter, we generally count in deciliter. So hemoglobin levels, we generally count hemoglobin grams per deciliter, right? So if we convert this, so we have to multiply into 10. Deci means 10 raised to power minus 1. Okay, so we have to multiply this, that is hemoglobin per liter. We can write the same numerator in this manner also. Then RBC count also, generally what we will do is RBC count, we do count in millions per cubic millimeter of blood. Okay, per cubic millimeter of the blood, but cubic millimeter is very small, microliter. So we have to multiply it by to the 10 raised to the power 12 to get it per liter. Okay, if we substitute these values here, so generally RBC count, hemoglobin content, normally 15 grams per deciliter into 10, RBC count is around 5 millions. Okay, 5 millions into that is 10 to the power 12, we can write it 10 to the power 12. So if we derive this and do this, so what value we get is 30 into 10 to the power minus 12, that is around 30 picogram. So the normal value of MCH, that is the weight of the hemoglobin in a single RBC, is around 30 picogram. Pico means 10 to the power minus 12. So normal value of MCH, that is weight of the hemoglobin in a single RBC, is around 30 picogram, and it will it is always in a range, that is 27 to 33 picograms. Okay, now the final term MCHC. So full form of MCHC is mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration. Mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration, also known as MCHC. Now what is this MCHC? So let us define this MCHC first. So mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration, again I'll draw a cut section of an RBC, a single RBC. Okay, cut section. Now as I already discussed, in this RBC the hemoglobin is also present, right? Hemoglobin basically a protein. Now how much amount of the hemoglobin is present in that in terms of percentage, that is total amount of the hemoglobin expressed in percentage as compared to the total RBC total volume. Okay, in a total volume, how much percentage of the hemoglobin is present? Suppose this is a single RBC, that is 100% of the volume. Out of that 100% of volume, how much amount of the hemoglobin will be present? So how much percentage more specifically? That is around 33 percentage. That is, in a single RBC, the volume occupied is around 33% is occupied by the hemoglobin. Okay, so that it is known as mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration. That is hemoglobin, average amount of the hemoglobin expressed as percentage with respect to the total volume. So how to calculate this MCHC? Okay, MCHC, it is hemoglobin in grams per deciliter divided by packed cell volume per 100 ml into 100. Okay, so hemoglobins in grams per deciliter, normal value is 15 grams per deciliter and PCV is around 45. If we calculate this, we get a value of 33.3 percentage. Okay, so the average percentage of the hemoglobin present in a single RBC, okay, it is expressed in percentage. So however, it is in a range of 30 to 38 percentage. 30 to 38 percentage. So MCHC means in a single RBC, how much amount, or what is the percentage. Okay, that's all about this today's video. So let me revise the things. MCV means mean corpuscular volume. It is the average volume of a single RBC, that is 90 femtoliters. MCH, mean corpuscular hemoglobin, means in a single RBC the weight or the mass of the hemoglobin is around 30 picogram. MCHC means in a single RBC, if we consider the total RBC, on single RBC, how much amount of the or percentage of the hemoglobin is occupied. So if we consider totally 45% of packed cell volume, that in that 33% of the hemoglobin will be present. Now what is the significance of this is it will help in classifying anemia, it is morphological classifying anemia, to know which type of the anemia. For example, microcytic hypochromic anemia, that means the cell size MCV is less and MCH and MCHC will be less. It is hemoglobin concentration is less, seen in iron deficiency anemia and thalassemia. On the other side, macrocyte, that is the cell size is more, that is MCV is more, then it is called as macrocyte, as seen in megaloblastic anemia. Sometimes there is anemia in that cell size MCV and MCH and MCHC will be normal, that is known as normocytic, normochromic. Chromic here indicates the hemoglobin concentration. So that's all about the today's lecture of red cell indices. So please subscribe our channel and share the link with your friends. Thank you.